Back here with Pat Sullivan at Performance Marine. Last time we were with Pat, he told us all about this great 540 stern drive, but today it's on a chain. It's getting ready to go into the 38 Cigarette. Pat, what a pretty motor.
It is, Stu. The one thing that Mercury has done is they've allowed several colors to be part of the option package. You chose the silver, which is going to go really nice with your paint job on your boat.
Super Silver was my choice because obviously it's a anniversary boat. It's a 25th anniversary of the Florida Powerboat Club. Obviously silver is the color that would signify that. So I went with Super Silver. It was a big toss-up. I was almost going to go red, but I decided the silver was the way to go. Now, Pat, we've been doing a lot of work on the boat. Your guys have been in the engine room getting ready for the rigging. Let's take a look at the boat and see where we're at. Okay, we're at a point now, Pat, where we've done a lot in the engine room. We're about to show the viewers, but here, what have we got going on here with the transom assembly?
Okay, so Stu, what you chose for your boat is an ITS transom assembly.
Right.
And the ITS is different than a standard Bravo transom assembly because it has this 7-inch setback. So from here to here, this is a Bravo transom assembly.
Right.
Well, what's different with the ITS is it has 7 inches of setback. The ITS is the only Bravo that has the steering built into the transom assembly,
right, like
the number 6 and the number 8.
Right.
So they're saving the labor of having to put steering cylinders on the outside of the transom. That's a huge benefit.
Like I had on the boat before with the XRs, we had a Latham steering, a lot of external hardware. You know, it's kind of blingy, it looks good, but it's a lot of moving parts. It's a lot more to worry about later. But this is super clean. Now this cowling going to go in place and help me put it on there. So that's another thing that gives it that real racy looking number 6, number 8 look.
Another benefit of the ITS with the setback is performance.
It's going to act like a bigger boat.
It's going to act like a bigger boat. Your propeller is now back in cleaner water from the transom.
Now inside the engine room, I know we're getting ready for rigging the actual engines. How easy was it? Did everything fit? Like when the old motors came out, did the new motors go right back in place? How does that all work?
We were able in this application to use your original engine mounts.
Okay.
So yes, everything did line up. Sometimes you may have to change it, but this time everything worked the way it was originally rigged from Cigarette.
Now, one other thing I wanted to talk about was the amount of time and labor that goes into a job like this. I pretty much have an idea. I think we're going to be talking somewhere around 6 weeks. Is that kind of standard for this kind of a job?
It is, Stu. The quickest it could be done would be 4 weeks.
Right.
But the average is about 4 to 6 weeks to do this type of refit.
Now, you told me earlier, and I kind of liked hearing that, we didn't have to do any chopping on this transom whatsoever. Eric says that this drive assembly went right in, this transom assembly, with the existing holes, existing bolt patterns, no changes, no drilling, no nothing.
So we were able to take the ITS transom assembly and mount it in the exact same cutout that the Bravo standard drive mounted in.
Right.
Therefore, you didn't have to have somebody do fiberglass work on the transom. It mounts in the exact same holes and position as a standard Bravo transom assembly.
I'm looking forward to it. We're just 4 weeks away from the Key West Poker Run. Pat, thanks for everything. And
thank you, Stu.
Thanks to you guys for keeping track here of the Project 1080, sponsored by Mercury Racing with brand new 540s going in this 2000 year 38 Top Gun. We'll see you on the next one.